What is up, guys? Wolfgang here. Sorry about the sick voice. It seems like I've gotten sick again. But anyways, today I wanted to talk about the Opencomm UC from Shokz. These are some bone conduction earphones, and we'll get into it later. But I wanted to talk about these. So yeah, let's get into it. Now, real quick, Shokz did not pay for this review. They did not provide me with this item. I bought it with my own money. Everything I'll talk about today are my thoughts and my thoughts alone. So, like I mentioned, these sound devices, I won't really call them earbuds because they're not exactly that, are designed differently. These are meant to conduct sound through your cheekbones instead of going directly into your ear and moving air inside of there. So these work very differently. What's nice about these is that they have a pretty subtle design. I'll show you some pictures of how they look when you're wearing them. These come from either Aftershokz's website or the Amazon page, but these look very different when you're wearing them than either headphones or earbuds. Now, coming into audio quality, as these are bone conduction earbuds or earphones sound devices, you can't really compare them to earbuds nor headphones as they work so differently that it's just, and their target audience is really different as well, that you can't really compare them directly. If talking about music, however, these are actually pretty solid when it comes to music with not much bass. This is pretty solid at reproducing high-end and voices, which is the main purpose for buying earphones like these. Especially, as you can see, it comes with a microphone. Contrast is pretty bad, but as you can see, it comes with a microphone. These are meant to be used for voice calls. If you have several voice calls a day at work, these earphones may benefit you. The microphone is really good at isolating external noises aside from your voice. They call this noise canceling. It does make the microphone sound a little bit different, a little bit odd, not exactly a normal microphone, but it is really good at isolating your voice from perhaps a baby crying or a vacuum cleaner or someone making lunch. This microphone is amazing at isolating those sounds from your voice, which is something I really appreciate, especially living in a house with more than just one person. This microphone helps out eliminate those noises and hopefully be less distracting to other people. Now then, as far as battery goes, they're really solid. They haven't died on me, and yeah, you can basically just forget to charge these. Eventually, the voice assistant from these things will tell you to give them a charge, and not a big deal. They do have quick charging, but what I did want to mention is that it does not use a Type-C port. As you can see right there, it uses a proprietary charger which comes in the device, or with the device, right here. And so it is magnetic, so all you have to do is get it close to there. It'll connect itself. I believe it might be the other way around. No, never mind. It'll plug itself in and it'll be charging. Now then, this device does come with a few extras that I want to talk about. So the first one that this specific one comes with, which is why it's called UC, I really don't know what that exactly means, but the point is that it comes with this USB receiver. Now, I thought it was just Bluetooth, but actually this seems to be something much higher. I haven't really looked into it, but it does not have the latency Bluetooth does. So this thing is really great to make sure whoever is speaking, their lips are synced to their voice really well. This is almost like wearing headphones directly plugged into your device. It works really well, especially, like I said, with latency. It shows up as another audio device, and it works really great. Now, aside from the USB receiver, they also come with Bluetooth, which is great if you want to pair something. But instead of having to pair it the annoying way, it comes with a NFC chip, which means that you can just approach your device, touch it, and it'll connect automatically. It'll probably give you a prompt, are you sure you want to connect to this device? And then you're connected. Now, using the USB receiver and the Bluetooth function, you can be connected to two devices simultaneously. these switching when one is paused, and then there's a bit of a delay, and then it will switch to the next device as soon as you play something. This is pretty great that they have the option for multi-device pairing, although it does not work as well as something like maybe a Samsung earbuds multi-device pairing would work. Also, it also comes with this pretty nice case, protective case for the earbuds. It is on a pretty thick side as far as carrying the earbuds or earphones or whatever they're called goes, as they're pretty slim on their own, as you can see. This seems quite excessive in a way, as it's, well, a lot larger than the earbuds themselves, but at the same time they could be quite easily broken as they are this slim and this flexible. I see why there is a pretty thick case. I wish it were maybe a little bit slimmer. It does seem a bit too protective, but at the same time, like I said, it's understandable in a way. It also comes with a elastic pouch with a small divider right here. This is going to be hard to show on video, but there is where you can keep your charger, and on the back you can keep stuff like maybe a spare charger, or maybe, for example, here I have the warranty card, so on and so forth. I believe there's a silica pack in there as well. You can keep stuff like that in there, and yeah, you get this pretty nice case to carry them around. As they are pretty expensive, I think it's a really solid addition. Now, when it comes to price on this device, it is very much expensive. $200 for these earbuds. If you want to buy them without the USB receiver, it is around $130, if I'm not mistaken. It's pretty expensive. What's unfortunate is that without paying for the USB receiver, you can only connect to one device via Bluetooth, and as that will most likely be your computer for work calls. To pair these, you have to, so to turn them on, you have to hold the volume up button. To pair them, you have to make sure they're off and then hold this button to turn them on, and then they'll start pairing afterwards. So it's a little bit annoying, but I mean, it works. You can only be connected to one device using this method, so that's unfortunate. You do lose that functionality by not paying, what is it, $70? So yeah, pretty steep price. Now, also, while wearing these, you do feel some pressure on your cheekbone area, or the area that's in front of your ears, especially when you're not used to it. It doesn't take too long to start to ignore it or to not feel it, but the first week or two might be a little bit annoying. And well, my biggest annoyance, to be honest, is the bone conduction, or so it's called. It sounds more like there's speakers inside of these, I don't know what to even call these, but it sounds like there's speakers inside of this plastic, and they're just being as loud as they can be, some of the time at least, and that's how it transfers sound. It doesn't really feel like it's vibrating your bone and making noise, especially because you could take these off and it still is making sound, so it kind of defeats the purpose of calling it bone conduction if all it's really doing is just emitting sound through plastic. Another annoyance I have with these is that when using them, when there's maybe a pause or there's some silence for a bit, these do have somewhat of like a battery saver mode, so they stop emitting sound. When they resume, it makes a really strange sort of a piercing sound, I'd say. At least I feel it. It might have something to do with that I'm sick, perhaps, possibly, but I don't think so. So this sound comes up when they're like turning back on or starting to reproduce sound again. This sound plays and it's quite annoying. In conclusion, these earbuds are pretty great, to be honest, for audio calls or video calls as well, as they're not too flashy. They're really great for the target audience, someone who is on the computer a lot of time, maybe talking about sensitive data and wants a better quality microphone. So for someone who's a lot on voice and video calls, these earbuds are great. They have pretty solid audio quality, although sometimes it is hard to understand someone's voice, but I believe that is more because I'm not used to how they sound. These things beat speakers only because of two reasons: privacy and the mic quality, depending on your environment. Now, of course, while using speakers, there could be some feedback with your microphone, and then the person that's talking to you will hear themselves. It is a possibility, but with the right equipment, it won't be that way. So basically, these win in privacy, as it is much less loud than a speaker. Unless people could hear it, they'd have to get really close to you if they want to. And like I said, the microphone quality in several circumstances. Well, that's been it, guys. Thank you very much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and hit the subscribe button so you can watch more videos like this. And hit the bell icon so you get notified when I release a new video. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Have a great day.